Hey guys, welcome to the HKC 217 podcast. This episode is sponsored by Daniele, one of my new sponsors, and they're a steel making company, and they're actually like an Italian firm, and they've got a warehouse of some sort in Rotherham.
Yeah, they've got a branch in Rotherham. Daniele have come on board for 2022. They are one of Hudson's new primary sponsors or title sponsors. They're a processing technologies company to do with steel. They do iron making, steel making, flat products, long products, aluminium and non-ferrous metals, cross products, automation and technological packages. So a massive thanks to Daniele. You'll be able to see Daniele.
You see him on top of my helmet.
So yeah, they're on top of Hudson's helmet, and they're also on Hudson's race fairings as well for 2022, along with other two title sponsors, which are Gas-Tight Industries and of course All Seasons Energy. Yeah. So massive thanks to them. And as we roll in to episode
11,
which is to do with
Rowrah.
Rowrah.
We don't know. There's currently a debate over it.
I don't think it's debatable. It's ROWROWRAH, which is
spells Rowrah.
Rowrah. If you're from Yorkshire, Margaret. So, yeah, fantastic time up at a fantastic track up in Cumbria. Really enjoyed it up there. We enjoyed it last time we went up there. In fact, every time we've been up there, it's been
every time we've been up there, it's been bombing it down, freezing. Even
we've had warm one year,
like
rain another year.
Yeah, you can't predict the weather.
So this year, anyway, it was glorious, absolutely fantastic weather.
Yeah,
we set up in the paddock. They've got a new feature up there up at Rowrah, which is you can reserve a pitch as well. So we did that, and we managed to get our pitches together. So there was me, Steve Wilkinson, who else was with us? Tyler Humphreys, the lad who I forgot his name on the last podcast. Tyler Humphreys, yeah.
Yeah, you got Tyler, and then you got...
Oh my gosh.
I forgot it again.
It was banging.
Wilson Dilks.
Yeah, boy. Wilson Dilks. We know the name. I will remember it by episode 12. Yeah, Wilson Dilks were across the road. Travis was to the left of us, so there was like 6 of us together. Yeah. So it were absolutely fantastic. All shacked up on one row. Paddock life. Yeah, absolutely wicked. So when we got up there, we set up there, and one of the first things we wanted to do up there, or what I wanted to do was, if you don't know already, that Hudson's got a new 140 bike, so I kind of had it in the plan that we were going to do, like, it was going to be a photo shoot. Well, I was going to do the photo shoot. As everybody knows, I'm Hudson's chief PR manager. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd kind of planned it that we were going to do a bit up there. There's a helicopter pad. I don't think everybody knows that. There's a helicopter pad at the top of the quarry, and it is a quarry. It used to be a working quarry. I forgot the name of the quarry now.
And it's just a path, and you walk up the hill where you come in, and a path all the way along.
If you've not been up there, when you've been to Rowrah, it's an amazing view right from the top.
You can see all the sun cast down, all the shadows on the mountains. It's amazing.
So I kind of had that in mind for a photo shoot up there, kind of on this helicopter pad thing. So I had a few ideas that I were going to implement, and we were cleaning the bikes down, and a few kids kind of got involved, and before I knew it, we had a full
army of people bringing up gloves, helmets, stands, signs.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So like the kids that got involved were like Tyler Humphreys, Thorley got involved. Who else?
Jonathan Payne,
Joshua Herring.
Is it Herring? Joshua Herring.
Yeah, Joshua Herring. So massive thanks to them, because it were really cool. Anyway, we went up there. We did a few film shots. Like I had a film crew of roadies to help me out here, and we did like a few gimbal shots. We did a drone shot. shifting all the stuff about, putting the bikes, changing position. It's
We had
fantastic.
a
If you haven't seen
sign
that
in the
video,
middle.
we'll show a few clips from that video now. If you haven't seen that video, head over to Hutton's YouTube channel. You'll see it on
Amazing.
there in glorious 4K. Yeah, it's a good little video. And that was basically to announce that Hutton's got a new 140 bike. So if you don't know this, in round 1, Hutton rode his
110.
He rode his 110 in the 140 class,
140 group.
which is a new rule that you can do for 2022. He did really well in that. Obviously, the 110 is slightly, only a little bit,
Yeah.
underpowered compared to the 140. And Hudson will be more than likely progressing into that class, or racing in that. Well, you are racing in that class. You will be probably staying in that class for quite a while, that 140 class. So I'm not saying you need a 140 bike, but it's a class that a lot of riders stay in. Absolutely amazing riders in there.
Yeah.
As I said,
Best riders.
Tyler Humphries is in there.
You got
Wilson Dilks.
Wilson Dilks.
Who were battling it out all weekend. Thorley's in there. Luca Wilkinson's in there. Basically, who's who of mini GP biking, really. And there's some other riders from the 110 class as well. So there's who else is in there? Travis is in there. Wallace Doherty, he's in there as well.
Yeah, you got Wallace. Got Thorley. Got Lewis Mullen.
Who else is in there from 110 though? Jack Hamilton.
Jack Hamilton, yeah, Jack's
He's
in there.
in there. So yeah, anyway, regardless of that, it's a fantastic class. Travis as well.
Yeah.
So really good. So yeah, that were kind of to announce that, and Hudson's got another bike, made possible by a lot of people working behind the team and sponsors and whatever not. And yeah, Hudson didn't know that until the week before. I think it was the week before when we went to the MCN News Festival.
Yeah,
Motorcycle News Festival. So we went and picked it up. You went to the Danny Webb camp. I don't know if we talked about that on the last podcast. So you went to the Danny Webb camp.
Yeah.
And Hudson didn't know this, and we were fitting the 140 engine on it. So yeah, we fitted a Parker Racing engine into it. So
yeah. Talking about the Danny Webb camp, we did speak about it, but we didn't tell you that the 140 engine was being changed. We said there was an engine been changed that weekend.
Yeah. So
that was the engine.
That's what me and Steve Wilkinson did while Hudson was at the Danny Webb camp. The week before, I believe it was the week before Rowrah.
Yeah.
Rowrah. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So yeah, fantastic. Hudson were buzzing.
Yeah.
Excited to race that bike. We did have a few issues with the bike, which was related to the carb, I believe. We had it booked on the dyno.
We initially had a nibby carb on it, didn't we?
Yeah, we changed over to
one of Parker's.
Well, a Minuki carb, which were kind of tailored for that engine. We did that at the track at Rowrah because we kind of had a lot of problems with it on dyno. It just weren't running right. Weren't actually related to the carb ultimately. It was just a little thing that the dyno guy.
Which carb was actually better, the Miniki one or the
Miniki one? I think.
Miniki one.
So yeah, we messed about with that, and that's kind of what we're doing. So rolling forward, yeah, we'll skip to that bit there. Yeah. So we messed about with the 140, and we had to. In fact, we were messing about with it all Friday.
All Friday, yeah. I think I only got like 2 sessions on it.
Yeah, we had a bit of problems.
Sessions.
Dyno had a bit of problems.
And every session I went out, they were
weren't
running right, yeah.
It were right on the dyno, it weren't right on track. So there were a few tweaking problems. And again, we changed to that carb. Still a few more tweaking problems. Add another dyno run. And then, another setup. And then it run mint.
What about the calibration thing?
Well, yeah, we had to...
Yeah, we had to go a second time because the calibration... Is it high up?
Well, the readings weren't... I don't know, there were a few problems with it, but regardless of that, the carb were having problems, so we had to go back, have another one Saturday morning.
Yeah, I think we did.
We tuned it, saw what the problem were, which were fairly obvious in the end. Just took a little washer to sort it out, and job's a good one. It were running running tip top. So Hudson
Running
immediately
tip-top,
went out on that bike. He'd been obviously running that 110 all Friday anyway.
All Friday, yeah.
He didn't miss any 140 sessions because on the Friday you run the 110 or the 140 in the same sessions all day. So he's still got plenty of track time on the 110, which is obviously one of your main focuses anyway.
Yeah.
Went out on the 140 first session. Saturday, I think it was second session Saturday.
Yeah.
Where it was split. Went faster on the 140 first time round.
Yeah.
Definitely, he said that he could definitely feel the power difference.
Yeah.
It pulled you up a little bit more. We're a little bit more prone to wheeling a little bit, wasn't it, from a standing start? It felt a little bit. We also messed about with the brakes.
Yeah, we messed about with the brakes because we were having problems on the 140 with the brakes. They just weren't responsive enough.
Yeah, he said that they didn't feel the same as a 110. A lot of people said, well,
it might just be the speed though.
You are going faster on that 140, but we did change the disc. We bled the brakes, changed the pads. And
it felt better.
Changed the lever.
Yeah, changed the lever as well, so I could get more pulling power on
Purchase on the lever. So yeah, we had a lot of messing about there.
Oh, one more touch. Talking about the brakes, at the end of the weekend, I think it was me and Zach that were just having a skim over my bike, and I noticed that
No, it was just spillage.
Just spillage.
Yeah, it was spillage.
But we
just
noticed
some little rubber thing. No, nothing to worry about.
We noticed some brake fluid on the lever.
Yeah, that
it was just spillage.
Yeah, I
from your
spilled it.
poor eyesight.
It was big. Yeah. That was a lot of messing about that we did on the Friday. Messing about doing that, jumping on and off 110. Again, fantastic all being together.
Yeah.
Nicer weather.
Really nice weather.
Steve's caravan set up. His diagram for how we had to set up.
Yeah, he sent us little pictures on post-it notes of like where we're going to put his caravan.
It weren't post-it notes, Hudson. It was a 3D CAD drawing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so we basically had that.
Really high level.
Yeah, so that was the Friday. Rolling on to Saturday. Yeah, sessions were split then, so you had 110, 140 sessions, so double track time then on Saturday.
Yeah.
Getting to grips with 140, still going a little bit faster than the 110, which were a positive thing in my view. Enjoying going on both bikes, still coming in with a smile on his face after being on that 140.
Always.
Trying to home down your 110 time. A little bit on the back foot on the 110 really. You're bitting and batting before like second place. I don't ever think you got fastest. Third place, second place in between you, Tyler, and
Tyler?
No, you, Travis, and
me, Travis, and
Wallace
Doherty. Yeah,
pretty much. So we kind of knew that were going to be the race. So we'll roll in to the 110 races. Let me just change the
110
document.
So in the 110 race, started in second. And
go through qualifying first. So in qualifying, you did 2 sessions in qualifying.
Yeah.
Q1 and Q2.
Didn't really. I don't think I actually did a.
You did a PB. You did a PB. Yeah. You did a PB in qualifying.
In qualifying 1, I think. I just weren't feeling it in qualifying 1. I'm sure I weren't.
Yeah, you put in a time. You tried.
I put in a time. I tried different stuff.
You know, I'll tell you what you did.
What was it?
Qualifying 1, you lodged a good time. I think you finished P3 in qualifying 1. Kind of spotted a few things when you were following
Travis
or Wallace.
No, I think. Yeah, it was Travis because I can remember.
Which you said that you were going to try in qualifying 2. Which you did in qualifying 2, and
it worked.
And it worked a little bit, and trimmed a little bit of time off, and you ended up getting P2 in on the grid for race 1, which were a bonus, really.
Yeah.
We kind of thought you were going to be P3, but P2 was a bonus, so that was front row.
Yeah, front row.
So rolling into race 1.
So race 1 started in second from qualifying, and got a really good start. Shot straight out in front of Travis and Doherty. Went straight out. I pretty much held them off for like 2 laps. and Doherty were right on my tail for for them 2 laps, and then he was faster than me, so he got past me, and eventually at the end of the race I finished. I can't see. What's it say? That little trophy. Third. Yeah, finished third.
Yeah,
at
so
the end of the race.
You kind of shot off into first position.
I got a good start. They all battled behind me,
Travis and Wallace were battling.
and I kind of shot off. They were wasting time. Yeah.
Wallace struggled to get past you for a couple of laps. I'll say that you kind of like, well, you parked the bike well, as it was said on the commentary. Wallace found it difficult to get past you. He eventually did get past you.
Eventually did, yeah.
And and obviously he finished in third, so that was race 1, which was a good race. You know what I mean? That start was amazing.
I mean, yeah.
On the beat of Bang. You don't know what that reference is. Anyway, so rolling into race 2.
So race 2, I got P3 because I came third in the other race, and
you want me to read this one out?
Yeah,
so
go on,
started in P3, and this time Wallace, if you can remember this, Wallace and Travis were on the front row, and they struggled. Well, they didn't have an amazing start.
Yeah.
And you and Charlie shot in front. Actually, the second row went into P1 and P2. Yeah. Charlie actually got in front of you, so Charlie was in the lead.
I can remember it now. So we set off, and
you two just went straight.
We went straight through the middle of Travis and Doherty, and we went straight through. Charlie got a bit of a better start than me, even though you're in P4, I think.
He was in P4, yeah.
Yeah, P4, and he got the inside line into the first corner, and I think I was chasing him for how many laps?
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
I think you overtook him on second
corner, didn't
second hairpin.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I did.
Or at the end of the second hairpin.
Past him. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got into the front.
We're on the first lap.
Tried to break away, and then Travis and Wallace was battling with Charlie for a lap or two. I think I don't know if Travis got past, and then Wallace was battling with him.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. Give you a good opportunity.
Travis went through, and then Wallace was still there, and then Travis kind of broke away from Wallace, and then Wallace caught back up with Travis. I think Wallace overtook Travis.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I need to have a little look at that.
Yeah, I think
I've not actually put the final standings on there. I do know the overall results.
Yeah. I think Wallace overtook Travis, and then Wallace shot off and overtook me. I think
Wallace won that race.
Yeah, I think Wallace won that race. Yeah.
Travis won race 1, Wallace won race 2, and Wallace won race 3. So yeah, kind of. If you can remember on the live footage, Travis and Wallace were bang behind you, and your back wheel locked up at the end of hairpin and slid.
Yeah. So I were coming into the first hairpin, and I was supposed to. I go down 2 gears there, and I flipped my foot 3 times instead of 2, so it went down into first, and my back wheel locked up, and I started drifting in, and it like really badly upset the bank, and I went really deep into the corner, and they came straight up on the onside and got a really good drive out, so they pulled a big gap on me through this little straight.
A little mistake.
Lucky
it didn't come off, because I'll show it on the. I'll show the video now.
Like my back end was
if I can zoom it
crazy.
I've had a look. It slides a little bit. You definitely run deep. You can definitely see it on the live feed that you slide. You do a little bit of a shake of the head gesture, and a little shake of the head later on as well, frustrated with yourself. But these things happen. And you ended up finishing third. Nobody else were really into. You tried to stay with them as much as you can. You were in between. I don't know who come fourth, but you were in between. I think it might have been Charlie who come fourth.
Yeah.
But you kind of was in no man's land in between them. So that was race 2. Into race 3, you started on the third row, which was a surprise. P5. In fact, we didn't even look.
We didn't even know before the race. So I came into pits thinking I was starting in third, and then we asked where I'm starting. And I'm like, P5. I'm like, what? So
a couple of our lads got some good lap times in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were on the. You had work to do. As we said, as we got there, I went. There's work to do in this race here because there was. I think it was Jack Hamilton and Charlie in front of you. So it was like Wallace, Travis, Jack Hamilton, Charlie Cunningham, Hudson. So you're on third row. Got a good start.
Got a really good start. Went straight into
fourth. I think you took.
Fourth, yeah.
I don't know if you took Charlie straight away.
Yeah, I think.
And he might have been Charlie.
Don't know.
Oh, got past. Oh, sorry. Got a good start immediately into fourth, and then got past Jack on the second hairpin end into third, and then that was basically it.
That was a bit back into no man's land, and then Travis and
you could see them battling in front, couldn't you?
Wow. Yeah,
that was such an amazing race.
Yeah, some crazy battling going on in front with Travis and
good racing by them two boys.
Yeah.
So congratulations. So overall, Hudson got a third, which is obviously third overall. And if I can remember correctly, which I think is right, that Travis won one race and Wallace won 2 races.
Yeah.
So basically, overall, it was Wallace who come first overall, Travis who come second overall, and Hudson who come third overall. So in between this, although we've done it all in one motion, you did a 110 race, a couple of sessions gap, and you had a 140 race. So we'll go to the 140 race report now, which is a new feature that we're doing. So in the 140, first time that you'd ever raced in that series in a 140 or on a 140, let's say, you put in a solid time for qualifying, putting you on P10 on the grid. A lot more fuller grid this one. It had
24 including the.
No, I don't think it was that many. There was definitely like 12 or 14 mini GP bikes and maybe 6 JSM bikes, so maybe 20, 18 riders. They split the grid, so the JSMs started after the GP boys started. So Hudson got a decent start, jumping into 8th, following Charlie Cunningham, who's obviously from
the 110 race.
From the 110 race. You were having a good battle with Charlie. You were like neck and neck with Charlie for 4 laps.
Yeah, 4 laps.
And unfortunately, you come across
a back
marker from a JSM rider.
I think I came across. I think there were 2 that I was coming across.
I think you overtook 1.
I overtook 1, and then I came up to the second one, and it was on the final corner. And I should have really gone on the inside of him.
And followed Charlie.
Pardon?
And followed Charlie.
Yeah, and followed Charlie because Charlie went up on the inside. But because Charlie went on the inside, I had to go around the outside. And as I went round the outside, the back marker kind of swerved across. And I
would say swerved.
Not swerved, but just like moved across and then turned in, which I didn't expect. It weren't his fault. I should have gone up on the inside.
He didn't know you were there.
Yeah, and he didn't. He was looking into the corner, not at the left hand side of him.
Not looking at the grass.
Yeah, and it kind of pushed me. I had nowhere to go, and I went straight on the grass. I went down this. I went off-roading.
I'm laughing.
I went into this ditch, and I came out of the ditch, and it jumped my bike up.
It says it jumps his bike.
It did.
I've not asked the dad.
It went up.
Did you jump?
Yeah, and then it landed, and it went whoosh. So as I landed...
How did it go, sorry?
Whoosh.
Okay.
Yep, and it landed, and it just...
it just slammed over?
It just slammed over.
Where did you go?
I just went into wood chippings. Just cutting grass.
So a little bit of maintenance work on the Rowrah track. So, so I was watching from up on the hill. I kind of knew what he'd done there. Also, were disappointed. I wouldn't say you were angry.
I was just.
You just knew what you'd done.
It was just such a silly mistake.
Yeah, you've been caught by that before. I wouldn't say caught by that before. Obviously, there was an opportunity to for it to pull off. That back marker might have held up Charlie, or he might not have. He might have closed Charlie off and shut the door on Charlie.
Yeah.
And you could have gone round outside them both, all the way around there, and got the drive and got in front of Charlie. You're having a good battle with Charlie, and it's a shame that, because I think you was battling for 7th position there, which were fantastic for your first proper 140 race. So you're disappointed in that. Trudged back were fine.
Yeah, back were fine. Yeah.
Few wood chippings and
few.
Belly pan.
You should have seen my boots. Yeah, I took off my. I thought I felt something in my boots as I got up, and I took off my boots, and there's like this massive pile of wood chippings, grass, and mud, and my sock was paved in mud, and it just had like wood chippings all the way in my sock and all the way up into my leathers, like all the way up my shin. And I must have like gone in, and it just all went whoosh straight up into my boot.
Double whoosh.
Whoosh, yeah.
So 2 whooshes. So yeah, the bike, we just had wood chippings all in belly pan, a few tufts of grass, a few. And again, it's lucky, as I said to
it's lucky. It could have hurt me bad.
It could have hurt him. It could have flipped the bike over, and it could have done a few somersaults.
Yeah, it's lucky the bike just slid.
Was it quite a slowish section of the track? Yeah, not.
Well, yeah, coming into it, it's quite slow, but coming out, it's really fast.
So kind of lesson learned.
Yeah.
Disappointed, but as I've said a million times to Hudson, no point getting hung up on that. What he's done is done. And that's that. There's no point having face on about it for the rest of the day. It is done. You cannot change it, as I said, didn't I? When we went there?
Yeah.
He were gutted that he dropped his new bike. I would say, and I'm not bothered about bike, at least you're not hurt. Bikes can be fixed quickly, sometimes, depending on how many somersaults they do. So that was the end of race 1. Not a disappointment. Me, personally, I was really happy. How you going in that 140 race? Good lap times, faster than 110.
Good lap times.
Good battle.
I had the pace.
A good race.
Yeah.
Good fun. Battling with Charlie. So that were end of race 1. You put in a decent lap time, or you must have obviously done a few laps, so it didn't really knock you down the grid for race 2. It's actually dependent on lap times, not where you finish the race. So obviously you put in a lap time. So in race 2, you were starting in 9th on the grid.
Yeah.
And this is where Billy flipped the bike.
Oh yeah. So
Billy, who was in 13th behind Hudson, he flipped the bike over.
Yeah. On
the start line. Massive credit to all parents. A lot of parents, if you can watch it on the live feed, you can see all parents like waving, which is kind of like the procedure to try and notify that somebody's down. There was a few more riders obviously behind Billy.
Yeah.
He flipped straight up, landed right on his coxlick's bone, I think it's called, and he were hurt. And then there were a chain of events that happened after that where, we'll not go into massively, where the red flag got put out. A couple of riders missed that red flag. Another red flag got put out. They got stopped on the course, and in that stoppage, we'll just say, there was like a bit of a pile up. So Luca, not Luca's fault, but Luca didn't see that they were stopping. He clipped.
Kind of surprise to us.
Yeah, it was a surprise to all riders. Hudson was nearly involved in this, so. And
like everyone put their hands up, and everyone were like hard on the brakes, and it just all came into.
Yeah, so Luca just clipped Tyler's handlebars, and unfortunately
it sent him into like a bit of a wobble, and then he went into the back of Thorley. His bike like went up onto like a piggyback ride onto the back of Thorley's bike. It kind of knocked Thorley over, unsettled him, and Thorley kind of fell over into barrier.
It could have been so much worse. So we'll not touch massively on that. Fortunately, everybody was fine. It didn't look like that at the time. All the parents like sprinted up from the start grid. Obviously, Billy at this point here, Billy was still on the floor on the grid.
Yeah, Billy was still
in agony
on the grid. Yeah.
So all riders are okay from it, which is lucky. Billy didn't ride for the rest of the day. I don't think.
Billy didn't ride for the rest of the day.
Is like his back. Really.
Yeah, like his back. Yeah.
Luca didn't ride for the rest.
When he like, I'm like really good mates with Billy, and like after the race and after he got off the track, he was sat on his chair and he couldn't move. Like, they had to.
Yeah, he'll have a big bruise.
Yeah.
So thankfully, everybody was okay.
Yeah.
So
At the end of the day, Billy was fine. He were running and walking.
Yeah, and luckily Luca was okay.
Yeah, Luca was okay.
He didn't ride for the rest of the day.
He didn't ride for the rest of the day either. He hurt his chest.
Yeah, so that could have been a lot worse than before, which is unfortunately a little bit of racing. So everybody went back to the holding area. 10 minutes waiting holding area.
Waiting. Luca was still up on there. There were two accidents on track, and there were two different medics sorting it out.
And they're fantastic, to be fair. And so, like I say, but look, we'd seen Luca sat up before we even come down. We knew that Luca was sat up, and we knew that I think by the time we come down from up there, Billy was already up. So we bit of a traumatic start to the race to what it were. So then we went for a restart.
Yeah.
On the restart, everybody started back in the same position. Starting on 9th. Went back to holding area. Restart, lights out, good start. Oh, sorry, I'm quick reading here. We went back to the holding area, and we went out for the restart. Lights out, got a good start. Battling again with Charlie, who we were battling with in race 1.
Yeah.
Which were good. Charlie, you got in front of Charlie, and this is provisional results because they haven't been confirmed yet on the B&B. I believe that you come 6th in that race, which is an amazing result in the first 140 race.
No, second.
Second 140 race. No, you crashed on your first one.
Crashed.
So that weren't an amazing result.
Well, no, I went grass cutting.
So, obviously, this is all flip-flopping. So then you had another 110 race. Anyway, so this is race 3. So basically, through the day, it went 110, 140 race, 110, 140, 110, 140. So this third 140 race was the final race of the day towards the end of the afternoon. Amazing afternoon that we had there.
Sunny.
Amazing weather. Started in 9th, jumped into 7th in front of Travis.
Yeah.
Travis overtook you in 8th, and the race was red flagged. And I forgot what his name was. Who'll come off. I think it's on the live fit. It's a kid who smashed his helmet on the floor. On an SM90, an SM140. I forgot his name now. So I'll put that up. So that race was red flagged, unfortunately, with 2 laps to go. So after so many laps, the results are declared. They roll back a lap and it's declared. So you come 8th, I believe. Again, these are provisional results. Thank you, Alexa. And I put a summary there. What you said to me, I was really pleased to get my first 140 races under my belt. Open brackets, despite some grass cutting. Close brackets. Enjoyed racing both classes over the weekend. Was busy as a bee.
Yeah.
Makes the day go quick. Doesn't it?
Yeah, because before you just on one bike and you're like, oh, where's my next race?
Yeah, sometimes it takes a long time. So go back to the show notes. So rolling bike, obviously we're all together in the paddock. We had a big...
we had a massive meal.
Massive meal all outside. We had a big table set up. It was Sarah's birthday, I think, that night as well.
Yeah.
So everybody were out there. Sun was shining. Absolutely fantastic. All having beers outside. Really cool being with everybody again in a bit nicer weather.
Yeah.
It weren't really like that, T-side, were it?
No.
Yeah, we're alright.
Yeah, we're alright.
It were definitely warmer there, though, weren't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So that rolls on to that bit. So what time are we on? 34. Right. Okay. So we'll roll into. So that summarises.
Yeah. Summarises as Rowrah. Yeah.
Rowrah.
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 We'll stick with Rowrah.
Rowrah.
Yeah. Let's say Rowrah from now on.
We'll just be the Rowrah.
Yeah.
We'll have a T-shirt. Rowrah or Rowrah.
Yeah.
And spell it different.
Yeah.
So yeah,
shove
they were
it
wicked
in
weekend.
Steve's face.
Exciting, like racing both bikes.
Yeah, busy.
Decent results.
Busy.
Third. Oh yeah, so on Saturday night they did the trophy presentation.
Yeah.
First one of the year from round 1, which were obviously Teesside. That were really good. They've got a nice clubhouse at Rowrah. Loads of people went up there. Really good attendance, loads of people. I'll show some footage of Hudson getting his trophy. Obviously they handed out all the trophies for everybody, so Hudson got his first place trophy for Teesside in that one, which were fantastic. Obviously Luca and a few other people, obviously they all got the trophies there. That were amazing. Go straight into the MotoGP standings. So again, everybody's really enjoying MotoGP. It's a hot topic in the HKC 217 Patreon chat, where there's a few people from the Fantasy League in there. So we'll run through the top 5 riders. I'll put up a graphic probably of the top 10. So in first place is Team JD, who's from Great Britain, and they're on 846 points. Wow, it's really close at the top. Is that right?
Total points,
Boost, team average points, total points.
Total points, yeah. You want to be looking at total?
Yeah, Team JD from Great Britain. They are on 867.5 points. And in second place is Grodzu from Poland. They're on 846 points, so quite close. In third place,
wow,
unbelievably, El Loco Luca Wilkinson himself.
Is that Luca?
That's Luca's one, yeah.
Oh yeah, wow.
In third place with
That is amazing.
844.5 points, which is, I don't know who's got helping him do that. Let's have a look at his team.
Let's have a look. Who's he got?
He's got Quattararo, Bagnaia,
yeah.
Ducati, Tako Nakagami. Oh, he come off. Bagnaia come off as well. And Alex Marquez. Wow, not even like an amazing team, not really, is it?
No, not really.
So
well, obviously he's doing good though.
yeah. So in fourth place is KRRB from Estonia, 832 points, and in fifth place is Enver from the US of A with 830 points. A few other people that we'll scroll through for friends and failure leagues. So people that we know, we've got Rambo Racing in 11th place with 784 points. We've got, who else have we got? Keep on scrolling. RW Paintworks, so that's Jim. He's in 26th place.
Yeah, 26th.
El Dinero El Loco, which is Luca's dad, Steve, 674 points in 31st place. I'm in 35th place, just behind Steve, 641 points. Who else do we know? I shouldn't do that on the mic. There's
me. Me in 55th place.
Yeah, 554 points. Where's Uncle Dan gone? I can't see Uncle Dan. Wait.
Let's have a look. There you go.
S20 Does and Flows are in 43rd place, so he's above me. And where's Jack? Is Jack obviously joined late?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in 64th now. Look at that. So he's doing really well there because he definitely missed a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
And in last place is Devil's Phoenix. He's a new person, eh? Must be. Yeah, because he's only got 92 points.
Only got 92.
Yeah, so there's going to be a prize for that. We don't know what the prize is yet.
Yeah.
We're going to put together
we'll put something together with the RW Paintworks.
Yeah.
One of the sponsors.
So yeah, we've got RW Paintworks and of course John Rambo, who is the Soul Playing Car Company. He's a patron. He's throwing in a £20 gift card voucher for a car company where you can buy some cars from his website. So that's really good. So we'll finish that bit. Don't do that. Why have I done that? Going on to the next thing, the Fina Watson art raffle.
Yeah.
Kindly Fina Watson, and you'll see the image of that up on the screen now. Which I think we showed it on last week's podcast. She did a hand-painted watercolour painting, and she's also done an art book as well that you can download for free. The link will be on the page.
We're doing a competition for that as well.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a competition for that. We're going to put some more details on that. People have been downloading that art book already. You can upload that. We'll put some more details on what you want to do on that. So download it, colour in your photo, and we'll tell you how you can. And you can send it to us, and we'll tell you how to do all that. The winner of the raffle, which we had, a lot of people got automatic Patreon entries.
Yeah, we had 500 and some people.
Yeah, well, a lot of them were obviously from Patreon, but a lot of people that put in for the raffle as well and bought extra tickets, and people outside of Patreon bought tickets, which were fantastic. An amazing response, and massive thank you to Fina.
Yeah.
Again, we'll put up her logo on her website. It was her idea to do this. It was her idea of trying to raise money. Fantastic idea, something totally different. Yeah, really enjoyed doing it.
We've never done a raffle before, I don't think.
We've got the frame photo ready, and we drew out the draw last night, which you can see live on his Instagram feed. And one of Hudson's Patreon members won it, which was
Dolly's
Desserts, who are going to be putting up, and I've just got off the phone to him as we were driving home. He's going to be putting that photo of the framed artwork up in the Dolly's Desserts place in his Barnsley shop.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that frame photo will be in the Dolly's Desserts shop in Barnsley. And if you don't know what Dolly's Desserts are, check them out. They've got 38. It's an amazing desserts place. They've been a viral sensation. They've been on the One Show. They've been on Look North. They've got 1.1 million followers on TikTok now. 40-odd thousand followers on Instagram. Go and follow the page. We'll put the logo up now. Massive thanks to Nick, who is a patron anyway. He's won it. He was really appreciative and is really excited to get this photo and put it up in the shop. I think they've already got framed.
I think they've got like a... Oh yeah, they had that one where we sent... Yeah, they've got a frame, I think, of a picture.
I forgot what we're getting for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that's that. As we roll into episode 11, I can confirm, as I succeeded in my task on what I was doing, that this episode is on Spotify in video form. So if you play it in the Spotify app, you can watch the video.
Episode 12.
Pardon?
Do you mean episode 12?
I hope it's episode 11.
I think it's episode 11. This one's episode 11.
Yeah.
Next one's episode 12.
No, I said... Anyway, so if you get the podcast... You throw me off track now. If you get the Spotify app, I believe it's on iOS and Android, you can view the video version of this podcast where we're putting up footage of the races, pictures that we talked about, obviously the drone stuff, everything we talk about. So you can watch that in the Spotify app if that's what you prefer to do. A lot of people have downloaded it that way. It's been a big success, and I had to get that sorted. It's been a lot of behind the scenes work that Hudson's got no idea about, but yeah, I've done that. The podcast video, which is, if you're watching this now, is also on YouTube. That's the same edition that's on Spotify. That's an easy way to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. And
also the exact same edition, what you're listening to now, or the voices that you're hearing, is on every podcast service basically.
Yeah.
So if you just search for HKC 217 in your podcast app, you can listen to the audio only version of the podcast. So that ends this week's podcast.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to racing the end of next month, or this month,
at Red Lodge.
Red Lodge is round 3. Really excited for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a follow on Spotify. Leave us a review on iTunes if you're on iTunes. Leave us a review on your podcast app.
Yep.
Follow us on Spotify.
And we'll see you
Yeah, sorry, and don't forget to follow any of Hudson's social pages. So if you search for @HudsonKaiCooper, all one word, on any of the socials, Hudson's page will pop up. If you can't write that out, which is it is actually quite difficult to write
Quite
that out.
difficult, yeah.
If you just search for HKC217 on any platform,
It'll come up.
you'll find Hudson's pages and give us a follow and come and say hello. So that wraps up episode 11.
Yeah.
So massive thanks, and we'll see you
In episode 12.
in episode 12 on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.